Welcome to Hoops High, Chicago's leader in youth-produced sports broadcasting and youth media education. Hoops High is produced by high school students learning the skills of professional broadcasting. Hoops High is the flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is made possible in partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and Chicago Access Network Television. We hope you enjoy the show.
Be like, yeah, I'm on Skype with my phone.
No, she gonna come. Hello, I'm Lamont Press, serving as your play-by-play.
And I'm Kimberly Storrs, serving as your color commentator. We're here at Whitney Young, where we have Nova High School taking on Joliet Catholic Academy. It's a varsity girls game.
The step back, Jay. Good shot. Joliet Catholic come out, getting the ball rolling. Good foul for Nova. They're actually from Florida. Wow.
Foreign players.
Yes. I wonder how they're liking the weather here in Chicago. They are fast.
Early trapping. A headbutt and a foul. The ball got fouled.
Right, that's what I don't understand.
Some good defense, though.
Joliet Catholic slowing the game down a bit. Finds the cut. Layup is good.
You are watching Hoops High. Remember, you can watch Hoops High every Saturday at 8 p.m. on CAN TV, channel 19, for all the hottest high school sports action around.
Good steal. Got to stay with it. Will she finish? And yes. All the way. Joliet is up 6-2 early in the first quarter. Great defense. Those long arms. Damn, a timeout has to get called.
What do you think about this early lead, Lamont?
Great defense. Just turn it into better offense.
You see Nova's coach
It's infuriating.
just going crazy in the huddle.
Savage.
What do you think he's saying to the girls right now?
We got to do better passes.
Timeout is over. You can see Joliet's bench.
Nova to inbound the ball. And another turnover for Nova.
Joliet's defense has just been impeccable. See, great minds think alike.
Yes. The J, too hard. Nova's pushing it. Ball's on the floor and another turnover. Jump ball.
That's some great transition defense.
Yes.
Looks like Joliet is really looking for the early trap. We're going to trap them, get up by a certain amount, then we're going to loosen up. Their defense has been on point.
She put the ball down at the wrong time. Good way to stay with the game. Called the charge. Another turnover. This has got Joliet Catholic Academy bench turned up. The coach fired up.
I got to give it to 23, though, for Nova. You know, she wasn't scared to try to drive it in.
Yes. The defender just already had that feet set. She wanted to pull it.
I see. When you see that foot go up,
I wanted us to walk into one.
3 seconds.
3 seconds, yeah, you have to watch that.
Can't sit too long.
Hopefully Nova can get some offense going. Stop and pop. Good shot for number 24. Trelane English Laurie.
Good defense by her. Both teams are good with the transition defense. Hopefully number 24's last shot will give her team a little momentum.
That's what they needed. Good lay-in.
That's the 6th bucket in the paint for Joliet. Score is currently 10-4. Nova down by 6.
Another point for Jasmine Lumpkin, number 21. Look at the steal. Outlet, Jasmine Lumpkin misses this. Nova with the rebound, slows it down.
Looks like the point guard needs help.
And another turnover. Joliet makes a lot of long passes. The 3, too hard.
Now we're going to toss to our satellite reporter, Jeanette Tate, for a quick game update.
Hi guys, Jeanette Tate here for your game update. We have Joliet versus Nova playing right now. So far the score is 10-4. The game moving pretty slow right now, but I'm pretty sure it'll pick up as the game goes on. If you want to keep up with the game, you got to stay tuned for more Hoops High.
Thanks for that great interview, Jeanette. If you missed the previous play, 3-pointer scored by Nova.
Yes, number 14, Bernadette. Oh, she tried the 2 for the bucket.
She's currently 1 for 2 for the threes.
Jasmine Lumpkin post game. Oh,
And now.
that looks good.
Back to the pressing and trapping.
Yes, trapping off the court with the backboards as windows. Oh, good hustle.
And now. Way to stay with it. That's all I can say.
Nova is coming back. Shanti.
Nova really bringing their A game off this last timeout.
They're down 3 late in the first quarter. Score is 12-9.
Second rebound for number 22 from Nova.
She got to do a better job getting her hands ready. Long 3. Oh.
Off the mark. Number 1 setting up for her own.
Foot on the line, air ball.
2 straight
2
air
air
balls.
balls in a row. Wow.
That's a doozy. Or a doozy.
A
Whatever you
deuce
want to
ball
call it.
rolling, if you ask me. Wow.
Butterfingers.
But, got to get that ball in. Ball still going Nova's way.
Hoops High is produced by high school students who are learning the skills of professional broadcasting. All the camera work, announcing, directing, and engineering is done by us students. And a foul.
Nova has to do a better job of getting the ball moved.
She's shooting. No. That's the second foul.
And a turnover. Being a fact. You have to play more in control.
Nova currently has, 3 fouls. Joliet has 1.
Joliet swinging the ball.
And 3.
Off. Good way to rebound. Let's get some offense going. Travels. When she gets the ball, she acts as if she's nervous.
That's the second turnover for Nova.
Second? Nah, it's more than that. Oh, good reverse layup, just couldn't finish. Good defense. Another 3. This one is off. Jasmine Lumpkin down there like a sack.
Joliet 0 for 2 in their last couple 3-point attempts.
Nova is trying to find some offense. Shoot. No. Over the back.
Just under 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Joliet holding the ball, possibly trying to get last possession.
Coach says attack. I wonder is their final play going to work? Yeah, that's good defense. Yeah, they don't know where to go.
5 for the 3
No.
and a block.
Great defense.
Oh, a one-hander, almost nothing but net. Number 24 for Nova. Just look at those shoes. Both teams, you got to give them their props. End of the first quarter. Score is 14-9. Nova taking a early slight lead by 5 points. You see the coach from Nova talking to his players. What do you think the coach from Joliet is telling his team right now, Lamont?
That they're doing good. Keep up the good work.
True enough, true enough. Free Spirit Media strive to give youth a voice so that we can teach and inform and inspire others. We thank you for your support.
Joliet brings it up the court. Swinging the ball, being very patient on offense. Oh, Nova comes up with the steal. Good pass. She has to do a better job of catching the ball. Hey,
Great pass.
good
Great
offense.
pass. The player was tripped up.
Yes, a little technical difficulties. Joliet brings up the ball.
Nova bench yelling defense. Looked like it paid off a little bit. Good hands.
They're still swinging the ball. Here's the three. No, she's been off. Jasmine Lumpkin.
The past three
She's like
three-point
Superwoman.
attempts. The past three-point attempts from Joliet have been incomplete. But two out of the
good
three
throw out.
were a good putback.
Madeline, first free throw. Off the front.
These free throws are make it or break it.
Yeah.
It's best to make them, because they'll probably win you the game.
Same
Second
as the
one.
first.
Off as well. For the three.
Air ball. All the threes that Joliet Catholic have put up from this left side of the court has been air ball.
2 out of 4 of the last missed shots were air ball from the three. I think it was because she hesitated. Like, she didn't know if she wanted to pull it or not. Then when she made her mind up, it was a little too late.
Good defense. Good drive. Couldn't finish.
The offensive rebounds from Joliet has been pretty good this game.
Yes, that's what's really keeping them ahead.
Yes.
Jasmine Lumpkin couldn't find the bottom of the net on that
Too much contact on her. She couldn't connect. Great defense. Nova loses the ball again. Score is currently 16-11. Nova still in the lead by 5.
Good offensive putback. Joliet is now up 7.
The 5th missed 3 from Joliet. I'm sorry, from Nova. The 3rd putback after the miss.
Hey, long three.
Way to answer to the putback.
Bernadette turns the bottom of the net. Puts our team down by 4. Right back, no.
Number 12 tries to stop the drought from the 3, but they have just been unsuccessful from behind the arch.
Air ball.
Both teams have just been putting up shots. They need to slow down and actually think about it before they take it. And now,
I saw her shooting during the layup line, and she really has a beautiful jump.
I really feel like if she didn't overstick the point guard before she ran to try to defend the shot, she would have had that block.
But from what I've been seeing, this floor is very slippery.
Yeah.
She might have could have contested the shot if she wouldn't have slid. Couldn't meet up on the lane.
Nova taking the ball out.
They got to inbound the ball. Nova is down 7 still. 3 is up, and it is off. Jasmine Lumpkin with a good rebound. Outlet, she wasn't ready. She slows it down, brings it back out.
And another air ball
from this left side of the court.
And another offensive rebound and a putback.
Good cleanup for Joliet, number 10.
I would have to agree.
Adriana. She's a sophomore, putting in work.
Varsity team. So, Lamont, what do you think Joliet has to do to get back in this game?
As the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Nova is down 9, but it's still early. They can easily they're playing hard. They just have to really box out and get some rebounds, limit those offensive rebounds, because that's where they're getting killed at. Ball is stripped. Joliet fast break. Adriana couldn't meet up on a layup.
Coach is saying penetrate.
Good pass.
I wonder why.
Oh, and smokes the layup.
Tries to go for the steal, but a foul is called. Time like that, you just got to get back and get on D. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Especially if they already have a grip on the ball.
Good pass. Good way to finish. Here. Another one. Oh no, this one off the back arm. Nova slows it down. They're down 7.
For the 3.
It's off.
Looks like an offensive rebound.
Tries
Almost.
to hustle it down.
The fans in the crowd saying that she was pushed. I saw no contact.
Anything for that W, right?
Right. That's loyalty, right or wrong.
Yes. Do or die.
$140 left in the half.
Joliet just swinging the ball.
3 seconds. Called on number 10.
Adriana
Joliet.
gotta watch herself.
A travel.
Oh yeah, that was a travel.
She packed a couple bags for that.
Oh, good Deucey.
Good drive along the baseline for the assist by number 50. Number 24 to finish. Score is currently 23-18. Nova down by 5.
She want to pull it. Number 1 say, no, I'll do it. Off the back iron. Jasmine Lumpkin landed on the top of her own teammate. Number 11 looks to slow it down.
I wonder if that counts as a rebound. Good strip.
Oh, good hand.
Some good defense. Number 21 for Joliet has been going crazy.
Jasmine Lumpkin is out here making her presence be felt.
At least 12 points, 5 rebounds, and a possible steal. Looks like they're going to stack right under the arch.
Trying to get a little strategy going.
40 seconds left.
A foul, yes.
Number 11 ready to pull it.
Yeah, she was ready. She probably still wouldn't even jacked it if it was real game time. Would have passed it.
At least she looked nice, setting up for that jumper.
Yeah, if it was only about looking nice.
Same way. The game
Nova
has,
really should have the last shot of the half.
They really should, because the ball is going back to them at the top of the third. Number 15 like she was going to take her.
And the foul is called again.
Number 15 going to the line on a good drive. Should be shooting 2.
Joliet is in the penalty. Puts the Nova in the bonus.
Her first for the 1-and-1 was good, so she'll be shooting another. Score 23-19.
Yes. Nova still in this.
Not too far back.
She make this.
She
Yes, now
does.
they're only down 3. Good free throws by Deja.
15 seconds and a half.
They
Joliet
have to stay
possession.
strong here. Yes, good defense.
3 seconds left. Good defense.
Was it good D or was it a good foul? I don't know. Jimmy Sanders said the ball was tipped.
I would like to say Jimmy knows ball. He's been doing it for a minute. This has been a great first half. Both teams going to their corners and preparing for the second. Has really been a great, hard-fought one. Both teams putting in some good work. Scores 23-20. Nova only being down by 3 points. I would also have to say great defense from both teams. Joliet starting off with a great trap that got them up by as much as 7 within the first 2 quarters. Nova slowly regaining their energy back, cutting down on the lead, shortening it down to just 3. And yet again, if you're just tuning in, we're here at Whitney Young. We have Joliet Catholic Academy taking on Nova Academy here at Whitney Young. Right about now, we're going to talk to our sound reporter, Jeanette Tate, with the interview.
Hi guys, Jeanette Tate here with Coach Ed. He's here coaching the Angels this game. So Coach, I see he's kind of aggressive out there. How is that affecting your girls' play?
We're fine with that. It's a good basketball game. We're excited about such a good team coming up from Florida. Being from Chicago, this is a great event for Martin Luther King. She does a great job getting a nice mix of teams in here. But the aggression, that's welcomed in the game.
So how do you feel your girls are doing so far?
Doing okay. They're packing in the zone really tight, so we got to hit a few more jump shots, play a little smarter. I think our defense is good overall, but we tighten a few things up, but we're in decent shape.
So what would be to work on for the next half?
I'd say rebounding, clean up the turnovers a little bit, but we got to hit a few jumpers. They got 5 people in the lane, so they're giving us jump shots. We got to make a couple of them.
Well, thank you so much, Coach, and I wish you guys luck in this game. We're gonna toss it to a PSA.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Wait, what are you doing? What you doing?
All right, don't worry about it. I'm finna get here 'cause I'm out here lonely and stuff. What?
Y'all see what he just put up on? Did y'all see this?
Oh my God,
Look.
I can't believe her.
Can't believe she did that. She is just nasty.
Ain't that something right there? Hey, girl, get away from us.
Don't believe everything online. Don't be a follower. Stop cyberbullying.
You're rocking with Amari Stoudemire, and you're watching Hoops High. Watch it or watch nothing.
Listen to your conscience. Don't let anyone pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. Because when it's gone, you won't get it back. What's up? Boy, get back.
Yeah, man. You still on game, man.
What you mean?
What you mean what I mean?
What you mean?
I went to the next level, man.
No,
So, what you mean, no?
I'm not ready for that.
Tia, do not do it. You smarter than that. He do not love
Do it, Tia. Do it. You feel good. Do it, Tia. Do it.
That's not gonna happen.
Why not, man?
Cause it's not.
I'm gonna find somebody else, man.
Hello, my name is Kevin Durant. You're watching Hoops High.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore.
And I'm Michael Ingram.
And this is your Hoops High halftime show.
Watch it or watch nothing.
We're back. More basketball. We have the Lady Nova team taking on Joliet Catholic Academy. Here at Whitney Young, I'm Lamar Press serving as your play-by-play.
And I'm Kimberly Stewart, serving as your color commentator. We're here at Whitney Young. Yet again, may I say.
Joliet is at the line.
First free throw is good for Jasmine, who's been going crazy for Joliet first half. And the second one.
She's looking, fouls
Good
up.
pass.
Good way to finish. Nova is down 3.
The PSAs, dramas, and documentaries that you see between breaks on Hoops High are produced by Free Spirit Media students at North Lawndale College Preparatory High School, the Gary Comer Youth Center, and Powerhouse High. We hope that you enjoy the stories and messages that we young people are sharing.
Turnover.
And the three, no
She
good.
hasn't been able to hit all day. Layup is off for Joliet. She needs to watch her back. Easy J, and it rolls off low. Thought about it.
Good fake.
Hand was all in her face. Joliet doing a good job of swinging the ball. She's going to pull. Oh, good drive. Way to get her own rebound, and she was left wide open.
Put back. Number 3.
Number 23, Kiana, has to stay with the ball. She has to know what's going on. She looked a little confused on that play. Oh.
Easy 2.
Good find.
Joliet and Nova been going bucket for bucket. Joliet still leading by 3. Scores 27-24. Just under 6 minutes left in the third.
Joliet. That's her second floater that has spun out. It's a good shot. It's just not dropping.
Good pass and an and 1. This could possibly tie the game up for Nova.
Right. Number 32, Madeline.
Talking like you know it, Lamont.
Hey. This could tie up the game. Bam.
And she does it.
Made it look easy. Good shot.
In the air. Good defense by Jasmine.
Yes.
Number 21. Good move. And
a little too much.
Offensive
But good way to
rebound.
clean it up. Number 22, Shanti.
3 is off the mark. Good
rebound.
offensive.
Good layup. Number 34 finally gets a layup to go for. Janaya, she's a freshman. She's out here getting that work.
Number 24.
Oh, I feel
Almost
short.
a nasty.
Good rebound. She wanted it. She wanted it.
Great
Good way to
offense.
hustle.
Nova
Joliet bringing it up pretty fast. Oh. Great defense.
Right about now, we're going to toss to our silent reporter,
defense.
Jeanette Tate, for a quick game update.
Oh, look at the J. That was nice.
Hi guys, Jeanette Tate here for the after the half game update. So far the score is 31-29. Angels are up. The game is actually getting more aggressive and it's moving at a faster pace. But you know, if you want to stay tuned for the game, you got to keep watching Hoops High.
Thank you for that great update, Jeanette. Back to game action. Joliet has pulled the lead back to 4 points after it being tied up at an N1.
The ball is going Joliet's way after the jump ball. Oh, almost loses it. Thought about it. Block and fall is called.
First one is in there.
And second one, in and out.
Trap.
She panicked. She have to keep calm when the defense comes out of her. Oh,
She
good
faked
drive.
me.
Yeah.
That's how you break
Good
a press.
ball.
The timeout is called. See Nova's huddle.
Both schools is out here getting that work.
Put in work. I would love to see who's gonna take this game at
It's
the
still
end.
close. Joliet lead about 3:34-31. Third quarter action.
Yeah. Nova has been slacking a little, I would have to say. They had it. Like, they could have almost been leading for the first time in the game. But after they tied it, Joliet just started putting in more work. Nova's bench chanting defense.
Good drive. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up again. Misses. A lot of contact on that play. She should have took that shot herself.
I was just about to say that.
She takes a long time to inbound the ball.
For the three, in and out. Over the back is called. Number 10 coming back in for number 33 for Joliet. The three off the inbound is in and out. I really think that Nova needs to slow down with the threes. They haven't been as successful. And they're not down by much. They're only down by 3, so the 3 is not really needed.
That can really hurt your game. Good rebound.
Good pass, good step back, and she was no
Take
good.
that layup herself. I understand being generous. Good rebound by Deja.
Good hands by number 10. That 3 is off as well.
Good rebound.
Strong.
Oh, couldn't finish. Foul.
Both teams have become very aggressive in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Third quarter, yes.
Also, we do want you guys to not forget to stay tuned for the Free Spirit Media show at the end of this broadcast. It comes on at 9:50 every Saturday. Learn about what's going on in Chicago and find out the latest on the most important issues with us teams. Good poke out. Fast break. I think she leaned a little bit too much into the foul. She was more focused on trying to get to the line than putting the basket.
Yes, I would have been going for the and one.
Yeah, just a little too much body. I would have said forget the and one. She had a clear path on the left side, but she drove to the right where the defender was.
Maybe she don't have the left, but
I mean, you can lay it up with the right on the left side.
takes skill, you know.
Especially with no defenders in your way on that side.
Maybe she's a better free throw shooter. She knocks down that.
I hope so. Especially if you're giving up free baskets.
Knocks down both with ease. Puts her team down 1. And the timeout is called by Joliet. They got to draw some things up.
Both teams
so you since the tournament.
really doing their thing. third quarter. Quick 30-second timeout.
Attorney Richard Gordon, Congressman Danny Davis. Wallace Brown,
Score is 34-33. Nova leading by only 1 point. Both teams tied with 3 fouls apiece. Minute and 2 left in the third quarter.
Back from the timeout. I wonder what they were talking about. Ooh, is it a secret?
It's a mystery.
Oh, they're going to show us though. If not, we'll do another timeout.
Yeah. Looks like they're slowing it down for the last minute.
Maybe trying to kill as much clock as possible.
Yeah, you know, with the lead being so close. Fans from Nova trying to guide the girls, telling them get a steal. Don't let it run all the time down. That's the only thing that I might see as a downfall. No shot clock.
I like it. Because that's where defense comes to play. You know, you have to play some good defense. You have to get the steal. You have to get the rebound.
And a steal.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what happens.
Good aggressiveness. Slow it down. Matter of fact, take it to the hole.
Get an assist.
Go to the line. Let's get it.
See, the more you wait, the easier it is to be anticipated.
Patience.
They waited so long, she knew what she was going to do with the ball. Look what we got. Another opportunity at the line.
She's really been doing her thing.
She really has. Either she can tie the game, leave it down by 1, or put her team up by 1. And she sinks the first one.
Like, bam. It was such a perfect shot. Like bottle biting.
Let's see if she makes the second.
She got that clutch in her. Start the fourth quarter lead. No.
And no. Offensive rebound, and it's in there.
And bam.
I saw a push and a steal.
Ooh.
That was a great last
Boom goes the dynamite.
10 seconds of the game,
Yeah.
I would have to say. I'm sorry, of the third
Boom
quarter.
Goes the dynamite.
Nova taking their first lead, and a 2-point one it is. Score is 34-36. Nova in the lead.
Even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of
This is the MLK tournament here at Whitney Young. We have Nova High School taking on Joliet Catholic Academy. So this has been a really close game. The lead hasn't been any more than 7 points throughout the whole matchup, I would have to say. Both teams have been fighting pretty hard. Top of the fourth quarter. I'm Kimberly Stewart, serving as your color commentator.
Be a great time to finish strong, you know. Lemont press. Oh, look at the dish. Oh, get
charged.
No.
She was in the paint. She was set.
Bro,
Oh no. She's really upset about that call. I would be too.
She's been going to work, and then we got a player hater like that, you know. Now she's subbed out. Take a little breather. Gets a standing ovation from the bench. Playing as great as she did, it's only right.
Sure.
We'll be seeing more of her this fourth quarter.
Yeah, she won't be out for long. Especially
swinging it. Jasmine Lumpkin looking to work. No. Offensive rebound for the freshman. No. Jasmine Lumpkin will
almost
be going to the line.
Coach from Nova going crazy. Really upset with the call.
Now it's either do or die. It's the fourth quarter. It's either you gonna get the win or you gonna take this L.
Jasmine just throws it right in like it was a jump shot.
Oh.
No technique, no dribbling, just pop.
Oh, again.
2 for 2.
No cocking the gun back. She just shoots.
Back on defense.
They got to make sure they stay in control here. See, no, that they can't have that. They're going to continue to try to win this game.
A lot of traffic. Number 24 for Nova ending up with it when the jump ball is called.
I saw all kinds of heads bumping.
Saw 4 bodies on the floor.
Yes, getting down and dirty.
Just got one word: hustle.
What would you do for a win? What would you do? What would you do? Made me want to sing. They're still swinging it. Oh, yeah, put that hand in that grill. They know she likes to shoot. Oh.
Pull it.
Nice shot, but couldn't get it to drop.
The offensive rebound just slips.
Game is tied, still beginning of the fourth. 36-36, 6:25 left in the fourth. Pass it. Make smart decisions. Oh, good fake. Bad pass. Good drive. Oh.
Smokes it.
You gotta stop ball. You gotta stop ball. Good D. Dang.
And she's down.
Oh, smack some push-ups. She's back up. True warriors.
You know the man, the spectators from Nova really expressing their opinion right now.
They all the way here from Florida. They better say something.
Yeah, I took this long ride. We finna get some calls.
We gonna get some.
After the hard hit in the face on number 24 from Nova, she's still in the game.
Yes.
She's a trooper.
True savage at heart.
Looks like she's playing a little bit harder too, you know,
Good
a little upset.
Pass. Oh, let's get the ball rolling. Number 22, Rashante gets that bucket. The go-ahead bucket here in the fourth quarter.
And one back at him.
Jasmine Lumpkin. Haven't heard from her since the first quarter.
Bucket for bucket, score tied at 38. Nova possession.
Oh,
for the
Jackson
three.
Oh,
And it's in there. Nothing but net.
24. Trelawney gets the bucket.
That's how you answer to a hit in the face.
Yes.
Especially after a no call. No, she feeling good about herself now.
Nova goes up 3.
Jasmine.
The largest lead they had this game.
I saw some balls being thrown.
Hey, now they did the D-Lo shot. Throw some balls out.
Jasmine with it again.
Good way to box out.
Four and a half left.
Oh.
And a bad pass.
You
by
gotta
number 24.
catch the ball. She put her tips on it. She could have grabbed that.
Maybe her shoes weren't tight enough. She didn't get the good grip for that jump.
Swinging it.
And a steal.
Oh.
Saw that one coming. Is it a oop?
Look at
Nope.
the pass.
A good block.
Number 12 with the excellent block.
And it's in there.
Nicole.
That was the play of the game. From court to court, possession to possession.
With Nova leading by 1, we can't talk about plays of the game. Because maybe we have a buzzer beater on our hand.
I mean, that's what gets me out of my seat. Plays like that.
Ooh.
That's a must see. If you missed it, I feel real bad for you. But an amazing steal by number 24 for Nova.
That was
Pushes it. Partner feels the lane correctly. She gives it to her.
Boom.
She goes up for the layup and the block just right off the glass.
And it was just like, boom, goes the dynamite.
That's
Right
some great
on the
transition
glass.
defense from
She
both
shoulda
teams, I would
hit
have
the
to say.
Rajon Rondo. Pump faked it, boom, brought it back.
See, I told her to oop it.
Still would have gone, you're going to block. Or maybe a hard foul. You don't want to get caught airborne like that.
You really don't. Oh, it was. I saw a foul. Number 3 from Joliet has been on the floor a few times this game.
It's all part of being a savage. And Nova, coming from being down the whole game, is really being true savages.
True, true.
They're really fighting for everything. They work hard for everything that they have, you know? And that's just something you can't take away from the person.
Jasmine.
No.
Smokes. Oh!
See.
Nothing but hard fouls.
Number 23. Kiani, she's very aggressive. And she just calmly walked off. Like, I didn't do anything. It was just a jump ball, no foul, though. Just, you know,
When
playing
bodies
some good
fall that
basketball.
hard, I feel like something should be called.
I just think it's great ball being played, you know.
Oh,
look at the travel.
She packed a few bags for that one.
Why they moving so quick? Oh, look at the cut. Too
Oh.
much. Too much on
Same
the layup.
team, ladies.
Too much on the layup.
It looks good, but you gotta finish.
You gotta
That's
finish.
a must.
That's the only how it's gonna look good.
Another try?
And the foul. Jasmine Lumpkin will be going to the line. We saw she's a great free throw shooter.
She is. She's also a great postman. I would have to say she's one of the best big man females that I've seen in high school ball. That's very consistent.
Who got that work? Look at that free throw. Boom! Goes to Dynamite.
Same
She
as
don't even prep the free throws. She's
she
so
just
good
spin
at
that ball
shooting.
and shoot.
Boom! Goes to Dynamite.
Joliet really been sticking to their press and they trap.
They're up 1. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Wow, this is a close game. Score is 42-41. Found him.
Good look.
Perfect layup. Madeline again getting another good bucket.
It's like she just saw the mismatch. Number 3 from Joliet. Height just wasn't cutting it.
Now Nova takes the lead by 1. They're just going bucket for bucket here in this fourth quarter. Oh, good fake jumper. In and out. May was a carry, but no ref was around. Jumper is off. At this point in time, you have to make all of those.
Jasmine going to the line again. She's 100% from her first 2 visits. Shooting all 4 of them, nothing but net with little preparation.
They shouldn't want to see her at the line, especially now with 2 minutes left and you're up 1. Makes the first free throw.
They should have just gave her 2, you know.
Yeah.
The 1 and 1, she was going to make them.
First one she's in. Joliet gets the offensive rebound. Fine Jasmine Lumpkin again.
She's
She
fouled
goes
again.
back to the line. She's putting in that work.
Great big man.
Clutch factor of the game is tied up a minute to 56.
Game is getting pretty close.
Yes, it is.
See the look on number 24's face from Nova. She's really thinking hard about this game. She's been one of many key players because both teams has about 3.
Knocks them both down. She's only missed 1 free throw during this whole game.
She's back on defense, pressuring point guard.
The pass. Matt, what you gonna do with it? Knock it down? No, 3 is on.
Yet again, more bodies falling.
Joliet
no whistles.
comes up with the rebound. They're up 2, a minute 30 left in the 4th quarter.
Nova finally adding the pressure. She's driving it to the left. Minute 10 left.
They really have to play some good D here.
Just running circles around the ladies. Timeout is called. So I really wonder why. 49 seconds left. Why would coach call a timeout?
What do you think they're discussing over there in that Nova hoodie? See, coach is very mad.
I think Nova is really saying, give it to 23 or 24. Pretty sure 15 is gonna end up with the assist to either of the ladies. But why not give it to one of the key players?
You still have to look at Madeline, who's been really getting it done down there in the post. Number 32 for Nova.
Oh, yes. Many assists from her, to her from number 24 from Nova. Really think they're going to go for the short shot. They need no threes. No threes are needed. Just go for the tie. Because they haven't been so successful from the 3. We're back. They got a stack forming right above the 3.
Joliet to inbound it. 48 seconds left in the 4th. Some has to give. And there it is. No. Oh, she smoked it and she cleaned it up. That might have been a dagger.
Looks like the 3 is going to be taken. It's up.
No,
off the mark. And a foul.
You have to foul.
That was a good attempt, I would have to say. Nova walking back to the other half for the free throws, but their heads hanging down a little bit. They're not out yet.
Right. Still 27.8 seconds left.
Only thing they can really do is hope number 33 gets Shaq feet. And she does not.
Gets the lucky bounce. That's the home bounce too. They're
bounce
home.
it. It's because she bent them knees.
Second one is off it. Joliet comes up with the rebound.
And a hard
And that
foul.
should do it. If she makes these, that should do it.
Coach is really ecstatic.
He's been that way the whole game.
Good and bad. I think he's happy yelling this time.
Keani checks out the game. She goes and shakes the hands of the coaches of Joliet. Great sportsmanship. She played a great game.
Really did. First one was end up.
Good free throw by number 10 of the Joliet Academy Angels, Adriana. Has been clutch.
Second one is
down both. Nova down by 7. And the timeout is called with 25 seconds left. I don't think it's much he can do. He should have just let him play that out.
I would have to agree. Coach for Nova, as you can see, he's in the huddle, directing the girls. I guess he's really saying more about how he's feeling about how the game has progressed. They have been doing a great job, I have to add. Coming up from 7-point lead. I'm sorry, coming back from a 7-point lead from Joliet. They made it this far. It'll be a shame to see them lose. Terrible, terrible shame. Timeout is up. Both teams come back on the court.
So they're bringing it up. Oh, long three. Jasmine Lockton say not in my house. Now it's over. Now it's over. Nova came all the way here from Davie, Florida. Loses the game to the Joliet Catholic Academy Angels.
50-43. Both teams shaking it up at the half court. Great sportsmanship. It's been a great game. Shout out to our player of the game, number 21, Jasmine.
The mighty mountains of New York. That freedom ring from the hiking outfit.
The fuck is you talking about?
That freedom ring from Smokehouse Rockets, Colorado.
You ain't kept me saying nothing.
That freedom ring from
I'm ready to route on my
Look at what number that is.
not only that.
Right about now, we're going to toss to our sound reporter, Jeanette Tate, for the game, player of the game.
Hi guys, Jeanette Tate here with Jasmine. She played with the Angels today. She's today's game's MVP. So first, I'd say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So how do you feel you did today yourself?
I think I did pretty good, but it was a good team win. You know, my team had my back when I couldn't score the ball, and we all contributed. So I think it was a great win for us.
Is there anything that you think that you guys should work on for next game?
Oh yeah, there's always room for improvements. We have a lot to work on, defense, executing our plays. I think overall we need to work on a lot of stuff, but I'm happy with the win today.
Now defense, do you mean more sticking their opponent or moving their feet a little more?
I think moving our feet a little more. I think because we play a 1-3-1 zone and we get a lot of tips and deflections, so I think we just need to know our rotation and know our role in the defense.
Well, thank you so much, and again, congratulations to your win.
Yeah, thank you.
You can catch Hoops High every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Channel 19 CAN-TV. You have been watching Hoops High.
You can watch Hoops High on CAN-TV Channel 19 every Saturday at 8 p.m. Please visit www.hoopshigh.org to learn more. Hoops High and Free Spirit Media would like to thank our sponsors. We are grateful for their support in making our mission of youth media education and opportunity possible.
Hoops High is family, communication.
Enjoy it. Hoops High is
astounding, creativity,
commitment.
Hoops High is exciting,
meaningful.
Hoops High is
technology,
spirit,
a community.
Hoops High is home,
love,
dedication,
inspired,
Hoops High!
If they probably never was exposed to it, they probably would have never have done it, but it's something that you see that interests people a lot.
I never worked with a camera, you know, it was my first time learning about a camera, you know, zooming in, zooming out. It was a real good experience for me, you know. I think it changed a lot in me too. It changed how I think, and it changed like something I like to do in life.
When I get older, I want to be some type of actor. So being in this classroom really helped me out, really exercise my ability to act.
We shooting it and we shoot it off like what we done been through, and like people get to see it and they watching it and they liking it.
Like young kids in the community can do stuff that's like worth some type of value.
Meet Jaden, a 16-year-old from Chicago. He likes reading, playing basketball, and daydreaming. As one of 75 million youth in America, he is the future of our country. But today, Jaden's future is uncertain. A new economy is evolving as Jaden tries to find his way in a school system where more than 42% of students drop out and even more fall behind. For Jaden and others like him, the future looks grim. But there is hope. Youth media programs connect with kids like Jaden, moving them from discouragement toward opportunity through the power of communication. Jaden learns about journalism, technology, and culture. He spends his time engaged at school, in youth centers, and at libraries. He discovers how to observe the world around him and share his own stories. He becomes one of more than 10,000 teens involved in the Chicago Youth Voices Network, a collection of innovative programs that come together with a bold vision to reach more people like Jaden, to transform education, and to shape the health of our city. Together, the network gives vision to the journalists, artists, engineers, and leaders of our future. One story, poem, film, blog post, one youth at a time.
I just have a few questions before we run our test for today. So number one, are you sexually active?
Yes.
And how many partners? Mr. Collins, how many sexual partners?
Just one.
Hello?
Hey, babe.
How did everything go?
It went great.
Spread the word, not the disease. Be monogamous.
I remember watching anime when I was younger, and for me it was just all about the action. Like, I just liked the way they fought and different things like that. But now that I'm older, I start to see things and notice things. And I'm wondering, is it more than just cartoons? So my question is, like, what is anime?
Anime is an art form used for telling stories in an audiovisual medium, but it's a lot more than that.
It's like, the only thing I know about Japanese culture is like the hang chang on yon. You know, like everybody joke about it, about Asian culture. So I never really like dug into it.
It's very hard to sort of make a joke about anime if you don't know what you're talking about. You come off sounding really ignorant.
Mhm.
So you're like, oh, you like cartoons, and it's just like, aw.
But then when I started watching anime, I don't know. I guess I have a lot more respect for them and their craft.
Some of the inspiration came undoubtedly from American comic books, hence the wide-eyed characters.
It's Betty Boop, so it's like the beginning of animation as a medium for storytelling. It started early on, like with the very beginnings of film, like Astro Boy was black and white. I was really influenced by cartoons and Japanese artists and the heavy lines and the printmaking and the very stylistic images they would make and how they influenced European artists.
anime was using a lot of Western techniques, but after years went by, anime started to progress and it started to branch off and use its own cultural identity. And then Western animation started using techniques that Japanese anime came up with, or Japanese creators came up with for anime, and they used it in Western animation.
Like you start seeing the idiosyncrasies in their behavior as far as just like how they greet each other when they come into houses, like daily life stuff, geographical stuff.
I've seen a lot of interesting looking foods, religious practices.
It depends on the type of anime that you're looking at.
Any one of the Hayao Miyazaki films is a fantastic way to learn about Japanese culture because
if you didn't sort of go the extra length into actually trying to look into the culture, you probably wouldn't even get a lot of the jokes.
Maybe a more natural part of the storyline in the anime stories that I've seen.
One time in animation class, we actually saw a side-by-side comparison of the kids having to fight in the Boondocks, and it's actually a frame-for-frame redoing of a fight scene in Naruto. And I just found that really interesting, how they take existing footage from anime and make it, have it in a completely new context, and I just found that really interesting to watch.
Anime can be looked at as a direct representation of Japanese culture because it has so many small pieces of Japanese culture, tradition, history, and style inside it.
The way I've seen just it's presented naturally, like, okay, this is part of our world.
Japan, at least what I could tell, going back into antiquity, their history isn't broken.
In the 1920s, Japan was working hard to become an industrialized nation, but discrimination towards the Japanese was a big problem, and it led to the deterioration of the companionship between the West and the East. Japan was an isolated island until Commodore Perry opened it to America in 1858. But even after Japan remained mostly closed to many foreign influences until the leading up to World War II. In 1924, the U.S. Congress passed the Exclusive Act that prohibited further immigration from Japan. And after World War II, in the 1930s, the U.S. military almost had total control over Japan's government. After Japan's surrender in 1945, the United States instituted sweeping changes in Japan through every aspect of life, such as new constitution, democratics, education, labor reforms, etc. Japan was westernized and they needed a way to form cultural identity, and the Japanese found a way to do that through art.
I feel like a lot of anime and manga and pretty much any Japanese art form came after World War II. It was trying to like reclaim and reshape their identity after what happened to them, trying to fight for the Japanese culture in a time when, during the American occupation.
Japan was westernizing because of the occupation and because of the upset of the war.
Anime was like a way of escape. I would say it was a chance to keep in remembrance and reclaim their cultural identity. To quote historian Susan Napier, film and the visual mass media in general can indeed help to write history and create national identity.
Culturally, and saying that they tend to embrace a lot of their older habits, a lot of their older traditions.
In the West, it's always about industry, the Industrial Revolution, and like conquering nature. But in Japan, it's more of like, it's something you literally have to live with. You have to have some degree of respect for what sustains your own life.
In the West, for the most part, they're biased, but with Japanese and Japanese tradition and culture, they see everything as equal. You don't look at just one thing. You need both. You can't just weigh one side heavier than the other. They both have to be equal and they have to balance out. And that's when Shinto religion comes in.
Shinto religion is kind of like the native religion for Japan.
I'm not sure how many people are still of the Shinto faith there. It's so ingrained in the culture that it still pops up a lot.
When you think of like Native Americans, they worship sort of nature gods. So you have like the fox spirit and the trees all have spirit. And like if you've ever seen any of Miyazaki's work, there's a lot of Shinto woven into the landscape of his films.
The closest one I can think of at the moment is Princess Mononoke, where it's all about striking a balance between the environment versus personal gain. San, the princess, she just has completely turned herself away from humanity and lives with the animals and wants to be a spirit of nature. And then you have her rival is Lady Eboshi, who symbolizes like industry and factories. And at first glance, it's like it would be so easy to like just see her like one-dimensional villain because she's like industry and that's bad. But then you realize like no one is like a clear-cut hero or villain.
Customs from feudal Japan are still used now, today in Japan, and you can see that in anime, whether it's through food or the way they greet each other or the way they talk to each other or even the way that they show affection.
They think they're cool or just because of habit, you know, like ninjas and samurais. That's all older Japanese history. But I mean, when you start like looking at, you know, the way they name their characters, it'll be off of like older Japanese generals or, you know, older clans and things like that. So they're always digging back into like their history and then pulling that and referencing it.
That's why if you look at something like Naruto, it follows in certain respects Japanese history, where it looks like it could be in a time almost like this. Right. Some of them still kind of dress like it's a feudal era Japan. Things that happened 1,000 years ago still have relevance, still have a place now.
When I watched anime, I understood most things, but there were like also a lot of things they referred to that I've never heard of. And that's when I officially made the connection that anime, when I went further, was more than just a form of entertainment.
Anime means that, especially now, that it's more than just a specific storyline. That animation can tell hugely complex and adult stories in any subgenre that you can think of.
Anime is more than entertainment. I would say it's like a window into another culture. And when you watch anime, you start to see the subtleties and Japanese identity in anime, and it starts to reflect real life.
Everything that I know, but it sounds like I read a book. I haven't read books on Japanese culture, really. Yeah. No, I've read articles, I've read pieces. And the reason I read those pieces because there's a cartoon or a movie that made me go, I wonder what this is about.
You definitely can learn a lot of stuff from anime, just as far as taking it into the context that it is. It's a very Japanese-centric art, and as long as you understand that, you know, it may not necessarily be indicative of like life in general, like this is exactly how it works or all this stuff happens.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Or you learn in world history a little bit about Japanese culture. And that's when the lights start going off and I start going, oh, I saw this and this, I saw this and this, I saw this and this, da-da-da-da-da. But all of this I'm talking about are all anime or manga. So the manga anime would have grouped to like my curiosity about Japanese culture. And it explained a lot.
But when you start looking at the basis of things of, you know, either what happened in their history or how they psychologically deal with these things and how that manifests in the content, then you start seeing connections between things. So I mean, if you pay attention, you'll be able to pick up a lot of stuff as far as like their cultural cues and whatever.
Anime refers to a lot of Japanese history, and you can see that in anime, whether it's referred to characters' names, their background, where they're from, or their homeland.
How I got into it was funny because there are two stories to it. It's like, how did I get into watching this style of cartoon versus how did I get into searching for this cartoon? A lot of this I learned from Japanese anime. Right. Like a lot of this came from me watching it all, then going, okay, these things are constant. Then mess around and reading something in school and going, oh, I already got told about this. Because I was watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z. Right. Or me going from calling ramen noodles to calling it ramen. because ramen is what it's called in Japan.
It's noodles. Right.
Yeah, it's noodles. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff like that that I didn't realize, or even the technique to like a good bowl of ramen. I learned that from Naruto.
So you know how to cook it?
I like you give me, like if I get the ingredients, yeah, I'll do the best version I could do, not being from Japan or having like Japanese friends around me to correct me.
Anime projects this idea that while you're watching it, it's exclusively fitted for a certain culture. It's like looking out the window into another culture.
I remember the days way back when I was a child. There was a monster in my closet. Scared to open the doors, afraid of what might be there. There was a monster in my closet. Like an evil monkey, he hunted me and watched my every move. Afraid to tell my mom what was going on, I sat back in silence. There was a monster in my closet. He only came out at night, afraid to show the sun his face. If he did, dogs would bark, birds would chirp, and sirens would sound. And then there was the darkness. There's a monster in my closet. Trying to run away, hiding under the covers, but nothing can stop him. I try to hide in his domain, but he has removed the door. So where will I go? There's a monster in my closet.
Sexual abuse is a major concern in America. This issue is affecting families across the nation.
It's a pretty prevalent issue. And I think what happens is that sometimes you see it being as a cycle. A lot of it comes from familial, meaning family issues. Usually the perpetrator is somebody who's lived in a household.
90% child sexual abuse happens within with people you know.
I mean, I think that definitely at the root of child sexual abuse is a history of it. I think in a lot of different abuse, I see such a pattern of, well, this happened to me. You grow up, and even though you thought it was wrong as a child, it still is so ingrained in you. So I think definitely part of it is realizing that folks who are abused do need help.
Because the effects of childhood sexual abuse can be so hurtful, it is critically important that we try to find ways to stop abuse from happening.
When a child comes in, they may be acting up, they may be having difficulty in school, they may be withdrawing from family. There's maybe some suspicion that there's some stuff going on, but sometimes you don't know. And sometimes things that kids show in terms of reactions to sexual abuse looks like other things too. I mean, it could be other stuff going on in their life.
I mean, it ranges because working with teens versus working with children are different where they are developmentally. So the manifestations of child abuse can look different. The sexual child abuse looks different.
I didn't deal with my sexual trauma from childhood until I was an adult. But going to therapy and particularly working with therapists, psychologists who specialize in sexual trauma, has been one of the most rewarding and most transformative experiences of my life.
My sister told me that she was sexually assaulted. I was the first family member that she told. And so in response to that, I didn't really know how to help her, as so many people, when they hear somebody that they've loved has been sexually assaulted. And she told me that she was sexually assaulted twice. My senior year, I made this big performance about my sister's healing process, using my own photographs from that initial story, re-documenting her, and using music and art. And now me and my sister, we started a nonprofit together, and we've used that story, and we've gone to over 100 different colleges and universities, like talking about her healing process, but how to end sexual violence, which I think we often don't talk about, like the healing process. Sometimes we talk about the assault itself, but not how people have to put the pieces back together after something like that has happened.
Children who have been sexually abused face too much pain to bear the emotions by themselves.
Because children don't have this level of verbal sophistication that adults have, art therapy is one of the primary mediums to use with young people or young children because of their verbal ability, right? So a child might not be able to say how something makes them feel, but if you have them draw it and you talk about that, then you can get a lot of different ideas, and you can both diagnose children through that, but also help them heal.
As a diagnostic tool, it's helpful to watch what they do with their toys or in their art if they do art therapy. In terms of treatment, a lot of times I've used puppets, you know, and kind of that's a safer way to kind of talk about things that are uncomfortable.
Usually it goes unnoticed because usually the victim is scared to even share what has happened. What happens, especially in the school system, you pick up on behaviors, whether it's the child or the adolescent, that gives you kind of a clue that something has happened, you know, that kind of opens up the doors to have further conversation about what may be triggering that child to have, you know, to behave in such a way.
If you're a young person and you haven't heard anyone else even mention that this is happening, you're probably feeling like you're the only person. So I think just getting awareness out, starting to talk about it, having a dialogue around these issues, and letting young people know this is not okay. If this is happening to you, you can come forward, you can talk about it.
We just have to start having these honest talks about it, right? Like, we have to break those silences. We have to believe survivors once they tell their stories about being sexually assaulted.
Schools and communities can build awareness for preventing child sexual abuse by talking about it and being able to have it not feel like it's something that is shameful, creating space for kids to go, whether it's groups, and not just that for survivors, I mean even just groups for kids who want to go and talk about something happening in their home.
Childhood sexual abuse isn't a topic that is often discussed, especially with children. In order to prevent childhood sexual abuse, children should be more aware and more knowledgeable about this topic.
I do think people's religious practices or their spirituality, however they choose to define it, can help them. I think friends and family can be a really important resource, and especially if the people believe them and are trusting and help them through their healing process. I think your community, however you describe it, but oftentimes friends and family are the ones that can, and your therapist and your spiritual counselor can help you get through the trauma and somehow get through that process and come out on the other side and be someone that we call a survivor.
Shaw's on the bed real good. They be getting it cracking. Nah, so keep that.
It's fun to eat supper with your family, especially when there is good food on the table. Later on, drink lots of water. A good snack of crackers and milk at home. That's the good kind of food if you're hungry after school. And then, play. Hard play. Plenty of pep now. See what good eating habits can do for you.
Americans are not winning their battle against obesity. One study found that obesity rates for adults actually rose in 28 states this year.
According to experts, almost 2/3 of American adults are seriously overweight or obese. That's a 150% increase in just the last 30 years. Obesity among children
in
doubled
children and
over the
teenagers
past
is
2
up
decades.
from 16 to 17.1% over the past 2 years.
Teenage health in 2 decades paints a worrying picture, with 1 in 4 youngsters overweight or obese.
Spending $150 billion a year treating obesity-related illnesses. So we know this is a problem and there's a lot at stake.
But not even her exhortations
Michelle
stand
Evans'
against
daughter
food.
got
And
one
how
of her
does this
second
new
and
study
fourth.
published today?
North Lawndale, currently home to about 36,000 residents. In the 1960s, there were not nearly as many corner stores, fast food restaurants, and vacant lots. But just like technology, things change. Riots followed the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. in 1968, which left many of the stores on Roosevelt Road destroyed, and over 75% of the businesses in the community disappeared. Today, with over 93% of the North Lawndale population African American, it faces an even bigger problem: obesity.
Obesity is a scary word, a medical term for being severely over what medical professionals feel like ideal weight is for your height, for your age, for your sex.
One misconception is that people who are obese are fat, and that's not necessarily the case. Obesity is more like the condition of being unhealthy, more so than like you just like everyone who's fat is obese.
There are many different cultural perceptions of obesity. So depending upon which community you go into, people will perceive different weights for different children.
There are certain foods that are just associated with certain ages, and Flaming Hots were not things that I ate in my community, but you can't come around here and not eat Flaming Hots, right?
Well, when you talk about not having a healthy lifestyle, you think about diseases. You think about a lot of illnesses that people are struggling with.
Obesity places people at risk for issues like
diabetes,
heart disease,
kidney disease,
high blood pressure,
and on like that.
If you were to ask me what do I think the #1 issue is from a healthcare perspective in our community, my answer is obesity. It's being overweight.
Obesity happens because of lifestyle concerns and community concerns, as well as some contributions of what you inherit from your parents, of course. And it often involves a lot of behavior change, and change is hard for people.
There are factors in society that determine, not always, not for everyone, we call them risk factors in epidemiology, which means that you'll tend to be obese, say in this case, if you have certain characteristics. And those characteristics are if you're poor. That's the most important one. And the other one that's on a par with poverty is if you're a person of color and therefore victimized by racism.
The African Americans suffer a great deal, not eating healthy, not experiencing the healthy eating such as fruits and vegetables and things like that.
In North Lawndale, it's primarily an African American community. In South Lawndale, it's primarily a Mexican American community. So these communities, when you look at them, you know, they are areas of ethnic minorities.
Number one, I think it's expensive to eat healthy, and especially considering our economy. It's just very difficult for people, parents, to invest that kind of money in things that they don't find as important.
If you can go to, you know, McDonald's and like, you know, buy the whole menu for like $5. For a family that, you know, doesn't have a lot of money to spend on a meal every day, they might not even look for another alternative because it's like, I know that's cheap. You know, I know I can go to McDonald's and get whatever for, you know, this amount of money.
If you are a victim of racism and if you are poor, then you're more likely to live in communities, to live in neighborhoods, for example, where there are no supermarkets, where there are no fresh foods and so on.
Every day coming to work, I'll see, you know, some children walking down the street and they'll have like their bag of Flaming Hots and their juice, which is just colored sugar water, for their breakfast, but they are less expensive than, you know, going to somewhere and buying apples sometimes. They're readily available at the corner store, which is directly across the street.
Many of your African American communities suffer the most, mainly because of the fact that there's not a lot of access to healthy eating.
In North Lawndale, there is right now one supermarket, Leamington's on Roosevelt Road, and frequently there have been no supermarkets. And so if we give advice to people, we say, well, eat fresh fruits and vegetables, where are they going to get it?
I do think it's limited in the sense of like, you know, there might be one grocery store here, but then the next like place that you can get like raw foods or like, you know, Whole Foods might be, you know, a few miles away. And in my neighborhood, you know, some people might be limited in that capacity to, you know, to get transported there.
And so if you don't have access to a car very easily, if you don't have access to a place like that to go, you just stay home and you eat and you get overweight and you watch TV.
In addition to the lack of healthier foods, there are other environmental factors that contribute to a person not being healthy. One of those factors is violence.
We tend to have relatively high concentrations of poverty in one place, which translates into things like the absence of good retail food stores, or it translates into a lot more crime than anybody is comfortable with.
I'm a rich white man, but in a sense, that gives me a bit of insight because I see what goes on in rich white communities as well as in poor communities of color. And there's whole lots of stuff that society makes easy to go on in poor communities of color that in a million years would never happen in rich white communities.
Talking to a lot of parents who are in my program are concerned about safety issues. So they don't want their children out riding bikes. They don't want their children out running around just kind of being a kid.
If there are no parks, where do you exercise? But if there are parks and they in turn are dangerous and people don't want to go out into the parks, especially at night, or let their children into the parks because they're too dangerous, then that also is a structural issue that has to do with racism and poverty.
So in North Lawndale, when you look around, we don't have the things that the suburban communities have in terms of parks, in terms of safe places for people to go to be able to get exercise. You know, we don't even have a big mall here, right? Where sometimes people who live near a mall, they'll go to the mall and not go shopping, they'll go in the mall and go for a walk, right? It's a safe place, it's a warm place.
Out there you got like healthy stores, like on the corner stores that like walking distance.
Also, you got like yoga bars and things like that instead of like eating like all the sugar ice cream and all the junk and stuff.
There's way more, fast food places than there might be, a farmer's market.
As in every community, there are both strengths and weaknesses. In many ways, there can't be a community more beautiful, say, than North Lawndale. And it has a glorious history. At the same time, I mean, right now, North Lawndale is a very poor community and faces a lot of limitations. We each have a personal responsibility to do better, despite racism, despite poverty.
Making people aware that it's not a one-time thing, that it's a lifestyle change, that you do not have to go cold turkey.
At an early age, children don't go out and buy their own food and their choices of like what they eat. They eat with like what their parents give to you. So if you're a child that's at home and your parents eat nothing but like fatty foods and junk, as you get older, you're gonna eat fatty food and junk.
I would like to see more of our parents have some healthy snacks for our kids, something they can have throughout the day, instead of the flaming hots, the Milky Ways and the cookies.
Our mission is to say, no, if you provide a beautiful quality facility, people will come and they will enjoy it and they will spend money and it'll be successful. And so we create the opportunity for a patient to care for themselves, because we can't get on the treadmill with them. We can only provide the treadmill. We wanted to focus on food and give it kind of a green context.
If you're not in the environment that doesn't, facilitate you knowing these alternatives, then, to a certain extent, you're going to be a product of your environment.
Take every advantage. I am confidence,
determination, and heart.
I am agility,
leadership,
drive. I am
patience,
power,
and bounce.
I am athlete.
I am athlete.
I am athlete. I am athlete.
You're rocking with Amari Stoudemire, and you're watching Hoops High. Watch it or watch nothing.
Behind the scenes of Hoops High, it's more than interviews and replays. The crew contributes 110% in setup and production.
While we have fun, we are also very serious about getting the job done.
We have the opportunity to work with big companies such as Nike and to meet current and future NBA stars. We are Hoops High.
I'm so glad that the holidays are coming up.
Me too. What do you have planned?
Oh, just the usual Thanksgiving with the family. Oh, what time is it? Oh, FSM News is on.
Today on FSM News, Thanksgiving is here, which means it's time for turkey and everything that goes with it.
Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Hello and welcome to FSM News. I'm Jakara Smith.
And I'm India Connor.
Hey India, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for being able to spend another year with FSM.
Yeah, me too. And a lot of youth at the Gary Coleman Youth Center are thankful for a safe place to hang out. Check out their latest pep rally to celebrate programs this season.
Many students came out to the Lights On Pep Rally here at the Gary Coleman Youth Center. This is an annual event that celebrates the different programs held there.
I do a program called Say It Loud. When I say it, you say loud. Say it.
The program I participate in is Green Corps. And Green Corps is just like a mentor group. Like they be mentoring us. For when we done with this program, we could get other jobs.
I participate in studio, game room,
dance studio, art studio, and sometimes volleyball.
The programs are beneficial to the youth in various ways.
I signed up for Red Clay Dance Club.
I've been dancing since I was 2 and I really enjoy it, so I just thought it would be something good for me.
I've been more respectful to people.
Programs keep them productive and focused.
Probably be outside or at home, find out a Gary Coleman Center to come to.
I would be outside if I did not have a Gary Coleman Youth Center.
At home doing nothing, probably sitting down watching TV or something, not doing nothing positive.
The pep rally this year was a huge success. Reporting for FSM News, I'm India Connor. Thanksgiving also means it's time for Black Friday. With low prices on some of the hottest items, it can get rough out there.
Yes, I've heard of people getting hurt over flat screen TVs. So for those who plan on going Black Friday shopping, here's a few tips on how to be safe.
It's time, sir. Now please have a box. Go ahead, man. Have a good day. Move! What the heck?
Many people cherish the moments they spend with their family on Thanksgiving.
FSM News reporter Anaja Smith hits the streets to get an inside scoop on people's favorite Thanksgiving memories.
This is FSM News reporter Anaja Smith. Today I take it to the streets to see what's people's favorite parts of Thanksgiving.
Oh, my favorite part of Thanksgiving is when we sit together as a family and we eat and joke around.
Well, actually, I just really enjoy every year. We have a tradition where we, go to my cousin Rylan's house. Everyone brings their own dish. And we just enjoy, play games, and just reminisce about just memories that we've encountered over the years.
I like the food.
My favorite part of Thanksgiving is when I'm hanging out with my family and friends.
People also tell me what excites them the most about being with their family.
What excites me the most is that I get to see my family and everything, so I get to hang around with my cousin that's my age, and we get to do like a lot of stuff. It's like crazy and goofy. Just have fun.
Just being around family. It's just nice to have Thanksgiving, to just be around family and to enjoy one another's company.
I'm seeing all my family getting together and just being together for the holidays. In addition, many people tell me their favorite Thanksgiving memory.
I would have to say when my cousin tried to help me with my homework, because I had homework over break, and he didn't understand anything they was talking about, so he just was stuck like, I don't know, so I didn't get to do my homework, so I was stuck too.
I made a dish, a pot roast dish, and it was my first time trying, and I got rave reviews.
I don't really have a favorite Thanksgiving memory, because Thanksgiving always just the same, like all my family coming together and everything. Food is the main part of this holiday. I wonder what are some favorite foods?
Triple chocolate cake is my favorite dessert. My Aunt Joanne, she makes it, and it's delicious.
Turkey, macaroni, dressing, everything.
I like stuffing and greens and stuff like that.
I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Reporting from FSM News, I'm Anaja Smith.
Thanks, Anaja.
Many are excited to share stories about the different traditions passed down year after year.
Jakira, what are your Thanksgiving traditions?
I usually go over a family member's house and have dinner. We always have macaroni and cheese, ham and greens.
Sounds delicious. Here's Richard Porter with more about how people spend their holiday.
Thanksgiving, a time of love and togetherness, a time of care and family fun.
Thanksgiving means to me a time where you come together as a family, as a whole, and say what you're thankful for and say what you remember and things like quality times that you remember as a family and have a wonderful meal.
Having a good time with your family, basically.
Some people like to continue and to reminisce the traditions.
The tradition of my parents brought us up in.
food and family?
So our family is very large, and we will all go over her house. She will cook, and it'll just be literally an all-day affair. We will have dinner together. We will go around and say what we're thankful for. And I'm also from a very talented family, so everybody would also sing.
The celebration of Thanksgiving has changed over the years. The traditional dinner is not always celebrated in a home.
The table with everyone together. Usually now people get carry out or fast food, and then you have your snack trays and sit in front of the television. Whereas before, you would have the families, everybody come over and take pictures and things of that sort. Now it seems like people are more so concerned about shopping for Black Friday and ending dinner or either not having dinner to open the stores earlier on Thanksgiving than really valuing the family time that we used to have as a country.
The traditions and meaning of Thanksgiving has changed, but one thing that remains the same is the love and care it brings. Reporting for FSM News, I'm Richard Porter.
Hey man, what you doing?
Remember, Thanksgiving is about spending time with your family. Here's another way of doing this. Remember, family has feelings too.
Well, that's our show for today.
So until next time, you can check us out on Facebook. Just search FSM News.
Or you can find us on CAN TV, channel 19, and now channel 27 as well.
And don't forget, you can also find us on ABC7 Chicago's website in the community section. 3,
2,
1,
that's a wrap.
And wait, that was too loud. Okay. Hey, India, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful. Jakira, what are y'all? You not looking at me? Oh.
Hey, okay, I'm sorry.
Hold on, wait, I'm not comfortable. 3,
2,
1,
that's a wrap.
So, what you doing again?
I'm going to spend time with my mom.
You look like you.
Why are you speaking so?
Free Spirit Media cultivates diverse youth voices to transform media and society.